The Bermuda Triangle is often referred to by marketing accounts as the Earth's Death Triangle, and along with the pyramids, UFOs, and the Loch Ness Monster, is known as one of the world's 4 great unsolved mysteries. They say this area of the sea is exceptionally dangerous, swallowing countless ships, planes, submarines, and warships on something disappears here. Not even wreckage can be found. This is the forbidden zone of life on Earth. Even Superman would have to leave behind a bitter tea seed if he flew through there, and if the Buddha passed by, he'd lose a few relics. Anyone who has spent a few years studying the world's unsolved mysteries should know a thing or two about it. There are even rumors that a pyramid is hidden beneath those waters, said to be an alien base on Earth. If you ask me, these claims aren't entirely baseless, but they're really just nonsense like eunuchs holding a meeting, nothing but idle talk. By comparison, even Master Tang saying his son is 8 years old is more believable than this. Let's just talk about how it's only been a few years since the 2012 end of the world rumor. Forgot already? The so-called Bermuda Triangle generally refers to the triangular area formed by the Bermuda Islands, Puerto Rico, and Miami in the United States. Some rumors even claim that this triangular area is actually a space-time wormhole. There are often stories about planes that disappeared there decades ago suddenly reappearing, with passengers insisting that only a few dozen minutes had passed for them. I have to say, when it comes to making things up, these marketing accounts are like childless men pulling up their underwear seriously. They've got their own tricks. If you want to talk about the Bermuda Triangle being mysterious, the Golden Triangle in Myanmar is even more mysterious. People who go there really do disappear, and those who vanish for a while might even reappear, start dating you, teach you how to invest, and help you make money now. That's way scarier than the Bermuda Triangle. In reality, the Bermuda Islands are not a forbidden zone at all. On the contrary, they're a popular tourist destination with millions of people enjoying hot pot and singing songs there every year. So why do those marketing accounts spread rumors about Bermuda? Why don't they make up rumors about me and Yifei instead? Isn't it all just because there's profit to be made? The locals think these rumors are good for their tourism industry, so they don't bother to refute them either. This way, the marketing accounts get traffic, and the locals make money. It's like Qin Shi Huang doing cloning, a win-win situation. So everyone just goes along with the hype. If you don't hype it up, how am I supposed to? If I don't, how will the news media? If the news media doesn't hype it, how are tourists supposed to come and spend money? After all, it's about making money. Business is business. And just recently, even an academician from the Chinese Academy of Sciences came out to debunk the Bermuda Triangle rumors. You might not believe an academician from the Chinese Academy of Sciences, but you cannot believe me, Dao Rong. Wait, that's not right. You can choose not to believe me, Dao Rong, but you can't not believe an academician from the Chinese Academy of Sciences. It's true that there have been some maritime accidents in the Bermuda Triangle throughout history. However, when it comes to these incidents, marketers always deliberately ignore one key reason. The weather at the time was extremely bad. Instead, they exaggerate all sorts of mysterious factors like time travel or aliens. It's like a man who has been working out of town for 2.5 years comes home to find his wife has given birth to a big healthy boy. He insists that his wife was pregnant for 30 months, but never once mentions their neighbor, Brother Wang, next door. In reality, the Bermuda Triangle has always been a busy route since ancient times, with plenty of planes and ships passing through. On top of that, is right in a tropical ocean climate. If there isn't a sea storm on any given day, it would be a waste of its geography. So it's actually normal for some maritime accidents to happen there. As the saying goes, if you walk by the river often, how can you expect not to get your shoes wet? It's like how people say there's a terrifying death hospital in our area where a few people die every year. Does that really make it so scary? You're only looking at a large number of incidents, but you don't realize the denominator is even bigger. If you compare the proportion of maritime accidents, the Bermuda Triangle doesn't even make it into the global top 10 for accident rates. So most of these rumors are just exaggerated stories based on a few real events. Rumors always have to be 30% true and 70% false. If it were all lies, no one would believe it as soon as they heard it. It's like making braised pork intestines. You have to keep some of the original flavors so people know they're eating intestines. Besides, if the Bermuda Triangle were really a deadly zone where nothing escapes, then shipping insurance companies would be charging astronomical premiums for that route. But in reality, the insurance premiums there are no different from anywhere else. We all know that insurance companies are the most courteous after all. If something happens, you just lose your life, but they lose money. On December 5, 1945, 5 Avenger bombers from the U.S. Navy's 19th Squadron crashed near the Bermuda Islands. Afterwards, the authorities sent out a rescue team, but as luck would have it, one of the rescue planes also crashed. In the end, the official conclusion regarding the accident was that the squadron leader, Taylor, should bear the main responsibility. This guy had already gotten lost twice while flying during World War II, and both times he had to abandon his plane and parachute out, but Taylor's family didn't accept this. The man was already dead, and yet you still slander him. Where's the justice in that? Is there even any law left? So they fought a lawsuit against the U.S. military for 2.5 years, and in the end, under pressure, the authorities changed the cause of the accident to weather and unknown factors. And it was precisely this unknown factor that inspired a novelist at the time, Edward Jones, found inspiration. Didn't the authorities say it was due to unknown factors? Well, if I put it another way, calling it a mysterious factor shouldn't be too much of a stretch, right? As we all know, sometimes just changing the way we phrase something can lead to completely different outcomes. For example, if you cheat with your girlfriend's best friend, then you're in the wrong. But if you put it another way, your girlfriend gets cheated on by her best friend, and suddenly it doesn't seem to have much to do with you anymore. Later on, more and more novelists started making up stories to ride the wave of popularity, so the rumors about the Bermuda Triangle changed in style and variety, gradually evolving into the versions we see today. But in recent years, these rumors have become less common. On one hand, it's because people have run out of things to make up. On the other hand, nowadays, there are so many ways to access information that a lot of rumors can be debunked at a glance just by looking them up. In the past, people had relatively few ways to access knowledge. When I was a kid, I had a book called Unsolved Mysteries of the World, and I would read it over and over again. For a child in the early teens, that was such a huge temptation. As the saying goes, street literature can't do without unsolved mysteries of the world, just like the West can't do without Jerusalem. Even though they were all just rumors, they still made up the beautiful memories of our childhood.